It's Week 3 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Cooper Kupp. There were no answers for him a week ago, going well over 100 yards with several stops in the end.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Matthew Stafford leading the Rams offense out there, and just as he did last season when he captured his first and the Rams' second Super Bowl title.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
As he gets the first down, let's take a look at what Cooper Kupp did last season, because it was one of the greatest years for a receiver in NFL history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, both second most in a season all time. Truly an MVP caliber performance for the Super Bowl champs, and he capped it off in the Super Bowl himself as the MVP.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. That'll be caught by Kupp, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers a week ago for Kupp, he was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
To throw again on second down. Stafford toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The Rams and Cardinals, they met 3 times a season ago. They each won in the other's building in the regular season. The Cardinals 37-20 in Week 4. And the Rams in Week 14 on Monday night would win it 30-23. And then, of course, they would also meet in the first ever Monday night wild card game, the final game of the first Super Wild Card weekend. And the Rams kicked off their title run with a 34-11 win at SoFi.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford.
He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Stafford now to throw.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes Kyler Murray in his fourth NFL season leading this Cardinal offense. Already a two-time Pro Bowler in his time with Arizona.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A Cardinal 1st down, Murray to Hopkins. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Hey, hold on. Green.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Well, this defense for the Rams, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
They run for it with Hunt. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Cardinals hit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run again with Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. Dances by him. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Play action. Now it's Murray. It's complete to Hopkins. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the wall. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Hunt is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. Some good games coming up here in week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Some on this play, being knocked back to the 18.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Shotgun now for Murray. Green brings it in. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try to run with Hunt.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Kareem Hunt
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball. Right.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take it. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. From the 50, Stafford. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford, he's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. Now Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Murray now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, Murray. Another completion here to Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay,
and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
He'll get that one complete to counter. Well, they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now Murray off play action. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Kareem Hunt with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now this one tied, and they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Stafford. Man open is Robinson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Dillon on the inside give. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Dillon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Stafford on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. He juked him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete to his running back, Connor.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a gain of a yard, and it's good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Murray. And this one's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing now is Murray. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they left the quarterback? Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They run right side with Hunt, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Conner. Touchdown! James Conner, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 11. A minute 50 to play. They need a touchdown with a two-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it first down. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw here hauled in by Kupp. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. Stafford on first down. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, Stafford here. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To the air again, Stafford. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. A little bit of first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Murray from midfield. Going deep for Hopkins. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, Offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.